Good morning, welcome back to the channel, and you're joining me for a mind-body tune-up routine. What are we going to do? We're going to use the posture station, we're going to use the core staff, we're going to open up our body, and we're going to raise our vibration to get us ready for the day. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. No great fuss, and you can join along with me. I know you have a broom handle or a core staff like I do, and I'm going to grab the staff right on the end because I'm going to do my overhead reaches right here. I'm not going to force anything. I'm making smooth, nice, slow movements designed to open up my chest and shoulders, just like this. And I'm always taking some nice, deep breaths with every movement that I do. Now, setting this slow breath and movement pace sets me up for patience and calm throughout the day. And I'm going to do about 15 or 20 of these. And then I'm going to move into my next movement where I'm going to open up the shoulder blades. And you know that spot right behind your shoulders that gets so tight and it's really hard to stretch it. And the best way to stretch it, I've found, is with the core staff right here, opening up those shoulders. My lower body is staying pretty still because I wanted to start getting some mobility in my lower back. Don't know about you, that back gets a bit stiff. Deep, slow breaths. Maybe getting a little bit more aggressive with your breathing. A little stronger. Longer on the exhalation, and now we're going to work upwards here into a side stretch. Coming all the way up to the top, and there we are, stretching the biggest muscles in the upper body, really lengthening ourselves out. And for good posture, you really want to open up that upper back and the chest muscles, because that really has a profound effect on how your chest and shoulders sit. I'm going to do a first major posture correction exercise here, and this is the posture reach. This is a forward reach. As I face the posture station right here, just arching my back slightly. It's a fantastic stretch through the midsection. I'm going to hold the staff up here against the station. I'm going to lift and push back. And this is probably one of the greatest posture correction exercises because it's strengthening that upper back and it's lengthening through the front. And that's the thing, is that we get very weak in the back. So we slouch, we get very tight in the front, and that posture lift really corrects it. Fantastic. Putting the staff back here real quick. I'm going to do my leg kicks. And I tell you what, guys, that rear, those glutes get weak. And when they get weak, the hip flexors in the front get tight and you get bad lower body posture. You've seen it. Those hips get rolled under and we end up with that terrible affliction with no ass at all. It's gone. See, it's flat. We got to get that back there, and we got to make it a little perkier. Build that muscle in the back. Big high leg kicks. Big deep breaths. Getting some oxygen in the body. Again, 15 to 20. I don't know how many I'm doing. This is a personal routine. I get into my own time and space. That's what's lovely about having the posture station here, having the good strong handles. Whatever position you're in, you find yourself secure and balanced. And this is really big for me. I have some issues with my hips that I'm trying to rehab. They're getting better all the time, but I gotta get the mobility and strength in there, just like that. So I'm really working my way around the body. And this is the minimum effective overall body strengthening and stretching routine. This is one of my favorites, the victory squat. Hands back behind your head, pulling your elbows back. That gets a good chest stretch. And I'm coming down into a squat and up. Open the chest and the shoulders. Nice deep squat. For you guys with a little balance issues, do your squats here on the station, just like that. It is nice to do it with your hands back behind your head because you get some strength work in the back of your neck, because our necks get very weak and they get very tight with our chins on our chest, doesn't it? And we're moving in to a nice upper body stretch. I'm taking the resistance bands. I got 2 bands together to make them very stiff. Taking a big step. My hands nice and high in a Y position with my arms against my body. See that Y shape? Lunging forward, taking about 10 or 15 seconds, pushing that back heel down. What a fantastic stretch, and sometimes I'll do it with my hands high, big lunge. See that stretch? Wow. Sometimes I'll open up the shoulders. You see, you can do a lot of these different little options here with the station and all its attachments. Normally I wouldn't be talking when I'm doing my personal session. I'd be really getting into my breath, and I'm also doing affirmations, reminding myself how strong and healthy I am, reminding myself how much I appreciate my health. Watch this for a hip flexor stretch with the heel down, lifting the chest. This is how easy it is to stretch your lower body. I haven't had to get down on the floor at all here. There's that beautiful hamstring stretch and a calf stretch when I push my heel forward. Change sides, big lunge, big hip flexor stretch right here. Stretching the glutes and the hips in the front. And there, what a fantastic hamstring and calf stretch. And see what I'll do here to get an adductor inner thigh stretch. And I'll even reach my arm up over here. Probably grab the stretching strap. Oh, what a fantastic stretch. There's no wrong way of doing this, by the way. Find yourself in a nice stretch. Hold it. And I'm constantly doing these nice affirmation exercises, spiritual exercises with some forgiveness, forgiving myself, knowing that I'm forgiven by my Creator. Today, like every day, is a fresh opportunity for a start. Begin by forgiving yourself, anybody else that's hurt you. Wash that slate clean. Affirm how powerful, strong, healthy, prosperous, giving, kind, loving, loved, respected that you are. Remind yourself that you and your Creator are one. It's a beautiful harmony that we have with our Creator and the love that we have every day. And so I'll come to the floor at the end of my session, and I want to take at least 2 to 3 minutes, 20 breaths, real deep, real slow. I'm going to take a 4-second breath in and a 6-second breath out. And ideally in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I'm using the vibration chart here to raise my vibration and realize that at any time I can be sucked down into these lower thoughts, these thoughts and feelings of shame or grief or fear or despair, and they're all linked to the past or a future that I'm afraid of, negative thoughts about the future, negative thoughts about the past. And I realize I can't spend any time in that that is only a trap for me. So if I raise my vibration, I look up the chart and I see as I go through courage and willingness and forgiveness, I get to this first point that really releases me from these traps, and that's acceptance. Acceptance that everything is the way it is for my good and for my growth. As I go through understanding, I make sure that I find inspiration every day through scripture, through prayer, through others that have inspired, through a vision, through using imagination to find a vision of the greatest version of myself, the purpose that God has for me, to find real satisfaction in my days. Self-knowing that I am loved, that I am powerful, and that I have natural joy in my heart. As I move up and I find that I connect to the divine through a oneness, I have a peace, I have a total peace inside me. I can only hope to find enlightenment, but I feel this peace and I'm content with it. I know that Christ guides me to the greatest version of myself, and He's inside me, giving me that power, giving me that guidance, giving me that assurance every time that I look to Him. These are my personal meditations, affirmations, spiritual exercises that I use every day. As you can see, they're not very long, and they're nice and positive, and they always lead me upwards as I raise my vibration and raise my posture into less than a 10-minute daily routine that finds me in a great state of body and mind. I'm going to return back to my breaths, 2 to 3 minutes of total peace, inner joy and calm, and then I'm going to attack my day. Join us every day for Stretching with Pete with mind-body tune-up routines using the most wonderful tool ever made for stretching and posture correction, the posture station right here. My name's Pete Chapman, and I'll be doing daily routines with you, so follow along. Join me. They're only 5 to 10 minutes. It's quicker and easier than you ever thought to move past pain, and this is where it starts.